Hi there, Bob McGurty, the Rickshaw Journey guy, and thank you for joining. Thank you for being a part of the Rickshaw Journey. And I'm just so grateful when I get comments, when I get feedback, either on the live place where I'm at or through emails. But please keep in touch. Please stay on the journey with me. Feel free to check out the website, rickshawjourney.com. And if you haven't already, click to receive a reflection guide. And full disclosure, that reflection guide is over a period of about 2 months. You'll get 9 emails. And it's just taking a journey with me, reflecting on who you are and what life's about. And hopefully there's something I can do or say or share that'll bring some hope or help to you, because more than anything, I want you to find your voice, to be it, to influence it, to leave a legacy. And if I can give you tips on the way, then I've done my job. But hopefully my stories are interesting. I'm Bob McGurty. I'm a networker, a mentor, and a storyteller. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a storyteller. And that's what I'm here to do today, is to just share some stories with you. I'm known as the Rickshaw Journey guy. I'm in the process of writing a book called Rickshaw Journey, Finding Your Voice, Leading with Purpose. And this journey of the Rickshaw Journey, this journey is just about helping you to find your place and be who you want to be. But today's topic, I'm really excited about. I find this resonates. I do coaching, I share with people. And when I get to this point, there's this aha that comes. And if that aha shows up for you, tell me about it, whether you share that in a social media platform, our YouTube channel, youtube.com. Bengali Bob, and you'll get to me there, or you send an email, bob@rickshawjourney.com. But this is an aha topic. And what I want to share about today is work-life balance. Now, before you go, nah, I don't need that. Listen to me, because I really think this will resonate with your heart and where you're at. I think that work-life balance is honestly a misnomer. Um, in my experience, the people that talk about work-life balance usually are people who are stuck and shouting help. And here's the secret, and this isn't original with me, but I think it's powerful and valuable. And I heard a friend of mine last week share a little bit about this, and it just reminded me of how important it is. And the part that I'm going to quote from him, I'll give him credit for it. But work-life balance, usually the conversation comes up, maybe someone in their newlywed stage, and all of a sudden they're going, "Hey, I need some balance." Well, they're shouting help. Um, New child, they're a new parent, and now they no longer get sleep. I need work-life balance. Or work is going so hard because there's a project, or there's a finish line, or there's a budget, or there's not a budget. And so we use these words, work-life balance. It's like this lifesaver rope that we're throwing out saying, save me. If I can have balance in my life, I'm going to be okay. Can I challenge your thinking with this, that it's not about balance? It's never about balance, but it's about seasons and work-life seasons. Seasons change. And usually when someone's throwing out the work-life balance card, it's because they're stuck in a season, or they're in the pit and they don't know when they're going to get to the other side. And so it's like that yellow card in soccer, red card. We're just saying, help. This doesn't make sense. And I think we have to separate seasons from balance. There are seasons of refreshing. Winter is a dead season. Summer is a full alive season. And the secret really is about knowing what season you're in and embracing it. And the thing I want to give my friend Gary Sapp credit for, last week we were in a leadership Zoom call, and he gave this line, and he said, "Your season is not your story." And he was encouraging us that just because you're in a difficult or a dark or a seemingly impossible season, that doesn't define you. It defines your season, but not you. And we all have seasons of incredible fruit, of incredible pain, of incredible stuckness, and we just have to separate out what is the season we're in. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't have balance in your life. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't prioritize and make sure that you have your sabbatical or your rest time, that you shouldn't have this and that. What I'm saying is understand the difference between work-life balance and a season. And if you're stuck or if you're crying out work-life balance, it's probably because you're in a season that doesn't make sense to you, that is painful, that seems like it's never going to be over. My mom used to always say, "This too shall pass." Seasons will pass. They don't feel like it, but in the season, as my friend Gary Sapp says, realize the season doesn't define you. Now, what you do with that season may define you, but the season does not define you. The season may challenge you. It may force you to grow or lean or learn, but know that seasons will change and embrace that. So rather than going, "Man, I don't have any balance." Well, you know what? If you're a new mom or dad, you're not going to get 8 hours of sleep, and your Fitbit is going to tell you, or your Apple Watch sleep app is going to tell you, you got 3.2 hours. It's a season. That season will change and it will get better. So work-life balance. Yes, have your priorities. Yes, put in a day's work. Yes, date your spouse and take time for your kids and do the things that you enjoy, but understand that sometimes seasons just dictate things that don't make sense. I've been living in North Carolina. This is my fourth summer, 23, 24, 25, 26. So I've had 4 garden seasons, and tomatoes more than anything, but onions, potatoes. We're trying watermelon and cantaloupe and green beans this year. Lots of different peppers, cucumbers, but the tomatoes, because that's what I most enjoy and what we most enjoy, a fresh tomato out in the garden. Every season since 23, this is the 4th season coming in now, has been totally different. This has been a really dry season. We are moving into July. All of my tomato plants were planted April 15th. And we have not had one tomato ripen yet. It makes no sense. We had healthy, some from seeds and some from the farmer's market, but we had healthy plants on April 15th. We should have had red tomatoes already. This is a fried green tomato season. We're going to get there, but why is this season different than the others? Because it's a different season. That's the short answer, but we've not had the rain. I've been faithful to water, but there's something about temperature. We've had extremely hot and with no rain. And so it's just a different season. And 2 years ago, last year was probably our best tomato season. 2 years ago, we had really bad storms and flooding that ruined some of the tomatoes. The first year we were here, we didn't move in till the middle of June. So we had a late season. Think about your life now. Take all of what I'm sharing about work-life balance and season, and let me just ask you, what season are you in? And if you can understand that, it may help you a whole bunch. It may help you to not throw out the work-life balance card, because that is usually an indication or a cry that you're stuck and you don't see a way out. Back to Gary Sapp's encouragement, this isn't your story, but it is your season. So I'm a good tomato farmer. even if this ends up a bad season, because I get another season, I get another chance. And my story is defined in North Carolina by 4 seasons, not by this season. Your story is not defined by this current season. Number one, you've had enough seasons to know this will pass. Number two is this is only one time. And if you're in winter, spring's coming. If you're in summer, fall's coming. Whatever season it is, it will change. And it's not your full story. It's a part of it. It's a little part of it. And you're going to get to the other side. I encourage all of us, have our priorities. For me, one of the things I personally do in work-life balance is I tend to take Wednesdays off. I try to not be available on a Wednesday. I jokingly tell people, they say, "Hey, when's the best time to get a hold of you?" I said, "Hey, you can call me anytime. I only answer at the best time." But I try to reserve and preserve my Wednesdays. That's my day off. And Twyla and I will do things together, go places, have a date day, but I try not to have a work day. And my office at Calcutta Mercy, they know, hey, don't get a hold of Bob on Wednesday. In fact, they're more likely to call me out if I make a phone call or send an email. It's not uncommon for me to send an email to work and them say, "I'll answer you tomorrow since today's Wednesday." Well, it's their work day, but they're helping me preserve that. So do what you can to have a work-life balance and put your priorities right and make sure you do the things that you can do. But you know what? You don't control seasons. I don't control North Carolina weather. I don't control the rain. I can put some water in to help the lack. I can choose where I put my tomatoes in the shady or the sunny spot to make up for what the season's going to do. But I just have to roll with it. I have to trust God that I do the best I can in the season. I learn what I can in the season, and that I will come out the other side. So everything I wanted to share with you today is to know your season and to acknowledge that and to not stress out on forcing a box that may not fit in your season. I wish the best for you in this season. And some seasons are difficult. And you guys know our story. We lost our oldest son to fentanyl overdose. 9 years ago, we're still in that season in some realms. But it hurts, but it hurts less because we've learned over the years, God's a good God. He understands and he knows. So the last thing I want to share with you on this topic, and we'll wrap up, is work-life balance is important, but it's not everything. And the season you're in is not the story of your life. It's a path, and nobody is going to judge the entire book of you by the chapter you're in. There's another chapter coming. Be strong. Do the best you can in the season you're in, and trust God for better seasons and more fruitful times, but do the best you can with what you've got, and know that work-life balance is about knowing your season, doing the best you can, and continuing in your story. So I'm Bob McGurty. Thanks for taking these few minutes to listen to me today. If there's anything I can do to help you, bob@rickshawjourney.com. Put comments. Love for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because then you'll get notifications. YouTube.com/Bengali Bob. Facebook is also a great place. And check out the website, rickshawjourney.com. Appreciate you, and look forward to connecting again next week. Take care.